Hello everyone, welcome to Lotus Heart Tarot. I'm so excited to have you guys here. We are just going to dive straight into your reading. I do like to begin my readings by thanking those of you who have been watching my videos, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing to my channel. All of the ways that you guys are supporting my channel, I am super, super grateful. It really does make the biggest difference. And gosh, guys, all right, we are going to dive right in. Welcome to anyone who's new here. I hope that you do find a message that resonates with you, and that if you do, you'll subscribe. Just keep in mind, these are general readings, so take what resonates and leave the rest. For Pisces, please, Spirit, for Pisces, what do you have for Pisces? What message does Pisces need to hear today? Wow, Pisces. I love this for you guys. Oh man, Pisces. Some really beautiful energies here. Sorry. Okay. Oh no, I hate to do that to you guys, but okay. You guys are really getting some really beautiful energy here. And I feel like this has been really coming out for some time. These same ideas, these same energies, these same feelings have been coming out here for a long time. Pisces, you have gone through some kind of metamorphosis, some kind of transformation. You are emerging out the other side of a dark time, heading toward a light time, really, really, really in a different energy. And it's an energy that it's not like I'm suppressing things and I'm shutting things down and I'm pushing things away from me and I can't handle what has happened to me. This is like I have truly come to a place of peace and acceptance with my entire past and all that has happened and all that has been. And I understand that it fits in. There's a greater purpose for everything that I've experienced here. And that, you know, it is my choice to continuously seek the light from the darkness. And that is the choice I have made, and that choice has made all the difference. And now I am, you know, I have undergone this transformation. I am in a beautiful, beautiful energy, and I am really ready to open up and embrace all of the light, all of the best things that life has to offer me. And here you are, you know, I'm really ready to receive that abundance, really ready to receive, you know, prosperity, really ready to just... You know, abundance isn't just money. It isn't just prosperity. It isn't just, you know, it's whatever energy or currency really matters to you. And so if that's love, then that's love. If that's, you know, a sense of well-being, a sense of peace, a sense of harmony within and without, then that's what it is, you know. It can be all of those things, you know, and those things can all be interwoven and playing together. But it's like you're really coming to terms with, you know, just the interconnectedness of everything. That like sometimes we have to go through a dark time, or sometimes, you know, we don't know where our path is leading us. Sometimes, you know, the way seems really uncertain. But it all has a purpose. It all has a place. And it all, when you choose to seek the light, then the light is where you shall find yourself, you know? And I feel like Pisces, you have also been getting this energy of a soul tribe. And you see this face in this card. I don't know if you can see this face in this card, but there is a sense of peace. There is a sense of calm. There is a sense of satisfaction and fulfillment in this face. And I feel like the card literally says friendship, but I feel like this is just your relationships in general. You're feeling like you're able to be who you truly are with people. And you are, through this energy, really calling people in that are in resonation with you, that are in harmony with you and your energy. You know, I feel like, you know, in this compassionate energy, it's like, you know, through our own suffering and our own experiences and our own understanding of, you know, what it is to go through things in life, that is how we find our compassion for other people. And, you know, and their struggles and their, you know, it's, you know, that energy of be nice to people. They have like a whole series of situations that you know nothing about, or they're fighting all kinds of battles that you know nothing about. It's almost this energy of even the people that approach you in an energy that you're not fond of, even the people that, you know, kind of come at you, like, you know, I historically talk about my neighbor, right? My neighbor is just not a kind person. Well, he's definitely a narcissist, and he's definitely always trying to change things and control things outside of himself, including like my entire neighborhood now, to make himself feel better and make himself feel like he's in control and that he holds power. And it's like, I am holding a space of compassion for him because he has never learned how to, you know, make himself happy from within, which is the only true happiness. And how sad is that? You know, he's like 80 years old and he's still going about things this way, and he's still having these very, you know, he desperately wants to have friends, but he doesn't know how to be in harmony with other people because he's constantly trying to use other people to make himself feel better. And nobody in my neighborhood is signing up for a friendship like that. You know, we're all in a different place. You know, we all recognize it and we all are like, yeah, no thanks. And so there's just this energy of, you know, whether someone is coming at you in an energy of high vibration or low vibration, it's like you have this automatic almost sense of compassion for their plight, and this almost this sense of, you know, being able to sort of put it in perspective and being able to not let it control you and not feel like you need to fix it, but just to hold a space of, you know, I understand, you know, that human condition, or I understand, you know, kind of that this is who you are, this is where you're at, this is what you're trying to do, and that is a reflection of you, but you're not taking it on, and you're not saying, you're keeping it out in front of you, you're not, it's not controlling you, and you're not taking it on, and you're not taking it as a reflection of you. You're taking this as a reflection of you. You know, you are someone who is calling in a soul tribe. You are someone who's able to call in meaningful relationships, but you still even hold a space for all of those that aren't there and who can't do that, you know, and I don't know, it's really beautiful energy though. All right. And, you know, the more we project that type of love into the world, or the more that we just are that kind of love into the world, the more love we call toward us. So you also have manifestation on the bottom of the deck. I feel like something is being revealed, something that you've been manifesting, or even an entire life way of being that you've been manifesting is being revealed here for you, Pisces. Okay, you guys, you are getting new love on the bottom of the deck. You're getting, wow, friendship, soulmate, and you're getting long distance. This long distance may just be traveling, or traveling for the holidays. Wow, okay. This card was like this, and I kept getting this feeling it wants me to see something that's behind this new love. People may be talking about a relationship that you've started or that you're in here, Pisces. People may be saying, what do you think is happening there? You know, this could be something where you started off as friends, and realized that, like, wow, there's a deep spiritual relationship here. This relationship may be going through some kind of test or some kind of space due to distance or travel at this time. But it feels like people are really talking about this. You may have even, you are having friendship strong here in your reading so far. You may have even like found a friend group that really resonated with yourself, or made a friend or multiple friends that really resonate. You may have even met the soulmate through that friend group, or you may have been you know, a part of a friend group, you and this person, and then sort of discovered each other that way. That's not for everyone, but you know, I mean, for a lot of you, when you're living in your authenticity, then the people that resonate with you are resonating with you from a very authentic place. They are, you know, they feel a genuine sense of connection with you for, you know, they're not trying to use you to make themselves feel better. They're not trying to use you for Instagram posts. You know, they're not trying to, there is like a true connection of, wow, you know, I see you, and I appreciate your maturity. I appreciate your authenticity. I appreciate, you know, the way that you view the world and the way that you honor and respect friendship. A lot of times, you know, some of the best relationships do come from friendship, or from a low pressure environment, like you work with someone, or you're in a friend group, and so you find yourself like you're going out in this big group, but it's not like you're on a blind date or you're being set up, or, you know, it's like you have the opportunity to get to know someone in a low pressure situation. And then it's kind of like, I feel like there's some kind of flame happening here, or there's some kind of, it's like out of the group you can sense, or you can see that there is like a deeper level relationship forming between you and this person than possibly the other people. I keep being called back to this gossip card. So I do feel like there are people kind of talking about this relationship, or you know, I get the feeling of like, do you think they're together? Do you think that this is happening? Do you think, you know what I mean? I get that, like, people trying to figure out what's going on. And a lot of times, you know, this is like an electric relationship. You know, we are all energetic beings. And so when two people have a really strong or magnetic connection, a lot of times the people around them can also feel it, because it is energetic. And you know, sometimes people don't know, like, that's what they're feeling, but they're like, man, every time I'm around those two, I swear there's something going on. You know what I mean? Like that. There may be some kind of, I keep wanting to say, like, test happening here, as there's like a distance between you. With this boat, I keep getting travel. There's a missing, an inability to like come together here, or like to just see each other the way you were seeing each other. Wow. All right. So you guys are getting twin flame, trust the magnetic pull. Oh my God. Yeah, I got magnetic pull from this soulmate card too. Trust the magnetic pull of your twin flame. It will guide you towards them. Yeah, I feel there is, you know, whether you want to say it's a twin flame or not, I don't think that I just think that the label twin flame, it's like not awesome. But anyway, you know, there's this energy of, you know, when you feel yourself being pulled towards someone and you just allow yourself to sort of be pulled, you don't resist it, you don't fight it, you don't block it, you just sort of allow it to kind of be what it is. There's this natural sort of coming together that occurs. And you have this falling fast card. It says love happens quickly, but don't lose yourself in the process. I feel honestly that there, you know, when something is kind of meant to be, it's like how I say all the time, and other people say too, when you know, you know. And it's like when you feel this intense magnetic connection to someone, and especially if you have, you know, friends in common, or you see that there is, if you have friends in common with someone, what that really says is we're really attracted to and vibing with the same type of person, or we have kind of the same energetic caliber of people that we're attracting toward us. I mean, it sort of is a dead giveaway that you're a vibrational match, or you're close, or you're in the ballpark with each other, right? because you're a vibrational match with those friends. You know what I'm saying? So there's almost like this, sort of like everything around this relationship or everything around this story sort of supports that this story is real. You know what I mean? And when that happens, and you really do give yourself the opportunity without resisting it, without letting fear and anxiety kind of get in and sort of mess it up, or I don't know if I really want to say mess it up, because things that are meant to be are going to be regardless, but it's an energy more of kind of make you resist the connection, you know, or make you fight against it at times, or make you sort of, even if you're not fighting against it, sort of pull yourself out of it, or not trust it, or not really just give into it, or not really just allow it to unfold organically and sort of see where it goes. So there's just this energy of like, when you really are open to it, you really do allow kind of like nature to take its course, and you allow yourself to sort of go with the flow. See how she's not resisting, see how she's like completely calm, and even her eyes are closed. So she's not even, she's just listening to her intuition. She's just listening to what her body is telling her. She's just saying like, you know, okay, I trust myself in this process. I trust myself to uncover this. I also trust all the indicating factors that are happening sort of around this connection, that are in support of the connection, that are sort of saying to me, yeah, you can trust this. And so it's kind of like it may be happening without you even realizing it, that you're really falling in love, or that your person is really falling in love, or that that's what this is. You are also getting this card, gifts. Love's greatest gift is the ability to truly understand one another. This is interesting because I do actually feel the energy of actual gifts here. You know, I mean, in the picture, there is this energy of gifts, but it's kind of like also that energy of when you find someone you really vibe with and you really care about, you do sort of want to give them the world. You want to sort of do nice things for them. You want to, it doesn't even have to be something big, you know what I mean? It can be like the small little things. It can be, you know, reassurance, or a compliment, or you know, words of affirmation, or you know, acts of service, or you know, it doesn't necessarily, but I do feel it's very much in the material world. And the card is talking about the ability to truly understand one another. And in order to truly understand one another, it is, you know, I have to be curious about you, and I have to really listen when you're talking to me, and I have to ask you the questions that I, you know, want to know the answers to. You know, it's that in and of itself is an act of service. Like I am seeing you, I am looking for you, I am desiring to know you on a deeper level. All of those things are a gift that you give another person, right? So there's just this energy of, you know, there is kind of a setting that is supportive of the situation, whether that's a friend group, or it could be a work situation, or it feels like kind of a low pressure situation that's sort of allowing for something to unfold. And then there is, you know, two people who aren't really resisting it. You know, they aren't forcing it, they're not clinging to it, but they're also not resisting it. And that's just sort of letting nature take its course. And it can happen very quickly, like without you even realizing it, when you just sort of give in to the process of it. And then there's also this, I'm showing up for you and you're showing up for me. And gifts also implies reciprocity. You know, it's an exchange of gifts. You know, it's I am showing up for you, and I am giving you my best self, the presence of my best self, and you're showing up for me, and you're giving me the presence of your best self. So okay, let's dive into the tarot, shall we? All right, for Pisces. for Pisces. And guys, you know, if this person hasn't shown up in your life yet, like, this doesn't mean that they're not coming or that there isn't someone or that this isn't your story. Do you know what I'm saying? If it resonates with you, there is an energy of, you know, that this may still be coming. This may still be on its way. Trust the process. Like, fear not. Allow it to take its course, right? You know, because I get those comments of, I don't have anyone. That's actually pretty low vibe. You know, saying that is pretty low vibe. And so you do want to work on that mentality. You want to, whether or not that's true, you don't know who you have. You don't know. You could have a secret admirer. You don't know. You don't know. Thinking that we know everything is just a surefire way to shoot yourself in the foot every single time. You got to be open to all the possibilities. You got to be open to all the possibilities. And the possibility exists that there is someone that is pining after you, or someone that's noticed you on the bus or walking to work, or you know, walking to the break room, or, you know, there are possibilities that exist like that. But the other thing is, if you replace saying that with, I am aligning with, you know, my soulmate, you know, or a soulmate, then guess what? You're putting that energy and that moment, instead of saying, I don't have this, I lack this, and perpetuating the lack of it, you're saying, you know what, I'm aligning with it, or I am aligned with it, and it is coming, and I know it's coming, and I know it's here, or it may already exist. I just haven't seen it yet. You know, so definitely watch that. I'm seeing that a lot in the comments, and it is like a knife through my heart every time I read a comment like that. It really is. That comment isn't serving you, and it's not serving me. So please don't make comments like that. You can make a comment instead that says, I am aligning with my soulmate. You know, this is my story, whatever resonates with you, but don't keep saying, I don't have something, because then you will never have it. It will always be a lack. It will always be something that is missing from your life. And so, you know, definitely, and I'm seeing that even with the Devil and the Eight of Coins, it's like working on freeing yourself from the low vibrational tendencies that you have, to prevent yourself from being ready to receive this, ready to be open to this prosperity, right? You know, you may still be in this time of transformation where you're still figuring it out, where you're still figuring out how it's all connected and how it all works. You know, so it's okay. It's something that you work on day after day, and you do free yourself from it. Of course, that is the Devil, so I am going to definitely clarify that, and I'm going to clarify all of it, but I just feel the need to, you know, double, triple clarify Devils. Wow. So, wow, I mean, repeat cards are coming out, like, already in your reading. I mean, oh my God. Okay, you know, the combination that I like the least in Minor Arcana is the Seven of Swords and the Five of Swords, and here they are. So Pisces, this is definitely for you. Like, watch your thinking, you know, watch what you're saying. Is what you're saying in alignment with your happiness? Is it in alignment with what you're really seeking in life? Is it in alignment with someone who is healed, who is whole, who is happy, who has clarity? Or is it reflective of someone whose thoughts are self-defeating, or thoughts are, you know, taking them away? Remember that one card? There was a card. It was compassion. Yeah, here. And she's got the world in front of her. And I was saying that, like, even if something is not a vibrational match for you, instead of taking it on, instead of saying, why is this person treating me like this? You're able to keep it out in front of you and away from you. And you're able to say, you know, that is that person, and I hold a space of compassion for that person, because that must be a difficult way to live, but I'm not taking it on. It's not my problem, and I'm not going to do the emotional processing for that person. I just hold a space of compassion and hope for that person, that they'll be able to get it out in front of them as well. Do you see what I'm saying? And that's a very loving energy for the whole world, right? But You know, the Seven of Swords, Five of Swords is more like I'm taking it on, and you know, even if it's not in alignment with me or my vibration, I'm taking it on. And you have the Page of Pentacles in reverse, which is saying like, this is a spiritual lesson that wants to be learned at this time, that is available to be learned at this time. And, you know, so definitely, you know, it's going to bring a lot of healing, and it's going to bring a lot of clarity for you, and it's going to bring a lot of happiness for you when you open up to receive that spiritual lesson. And I do see though, like regardless of where you are on this timeline, a lot of you have already learned this. A lot of you are already past this place. But you know, Eight of Coins, this is where we master ourselves. And this doesn't have to be you. This can be your person, and it can also be like a mirroring situation where you're both sort of going through this. But with the Eight of Coins, this is where we put the work in to master ourselves. This is where we put the work in to say, you know what? That is not working out for me. That isn't bringing me what I want. That isn't bringing me the happiness that I'm seeking. You know, that isn't bringing me, you know, me closer to my soul path and my soul purpose. So I'm going to work to change that. I'm going to work to free myself from that lower vibrational energy. Okay. And then you've got the Seven of Swords with the Eight of Cups, which is almost saying the exact same thing here. I am going to clarify the Seven of Swords because you have got it twice in this very short reading. Okay. Some of you may be dealing with a King of Wands, who's been holding back. And okay. Wow, Pisces, damn, man. Lord, this can be someone who is very extremely attracted to you. They definitely know what they want in life, and they definitely are someone who goes and gets it, but they have been holding themselves back. This actually is not in alignment with how they feel. I am not sure why they have been holding themselves back, because it's not telling me. They may think that you're going to run with that Seven of Swords there. They may think that you're not ready for what they are trying to bring to your table, with that King of Wands being a very, very strong energy. But with the Queen of Cups on the bottom of the deck, this is definitely saying that they see you. You know, they see your nurturing, beautiful, emotional, kind of deep watery energy. And there's almost this feeling with this Queen of Cups. See how she's a mermaid and she has this tail here and there's these stars around it? You know, it's kind of like, I want this. Like the star is always that wish fulfillment kind of energy, but like it could swim away. It could get away from me. There's you know, the King of Wands is typically a very confident energy, and with the Four of Pentacles here, there's almost an energy of like oh, it is a little bit of an energy of like wanting to protect themselves, not wanting to get hurt, because you are elusive and you have the capacity to sort of like swim away is like what I'm getting. But there's also this very strong like siren energy where it's like, I can't help myself. I'm so attracted to it and I just don't want to let it go, and I just don't want to lose it, you know? But like, so I'm trying to make very careful moves. I'm not trying to like, you know, what I'm getting is throw the baby out with the bathwater or something like that. But it's like, I'm not trying to go at it the way that I normally go at it, which is like where I'm just like, yeah, I see this, I want this, I'm going for this. It's like I'm holding myself back. I'm because the Seven of Swords can be like a ghosting energy or a like running away kind of energy, even if it's like I want it. It's like until your thoughts catch up with your reality or what is possible here, until you get on the same page with someone like along the same lines, it's like if someone comes on too aggressively, it could cause you to run. Like that's the energy that I'm getting here. It could cause you to sort of like swim away or go back down into your watery depths is really what I'm getting. And it's like they really, with those stars all around the Queen of Cups, it's like, this is my wish fulfillment. I don't want it to get away. So I'm trying to resist my own nature. I'm trying to hold myself back from just going for what I want here, to let Pisces mind sort of catch up with him, or to let Pisces sort of come to this place where they're feeling the same way, where they want it sort of as badly as I want it. You know what I mean? And with the Eight of Cups there, this person is they are gradually moving away from this energy of resisting, of holding themselves back. They're getting closer and closer to just being like, because the 8 of Cups goes to the 9 of Cups, which is like in resonation with those stars around the Queen of Cups, that wish fulfillment energy. So it's like, I can only hold myself back for so long. I can only sort of resist this for so long. And I feel that, like, as I've held myself back and given space for this to sort of come around, then I can sort of, you know, the 8 of Cups, it's like somebody just sort of walking away, you know what I mean? And walking toward their wish fulfillment. It's not rushed. It's not in a hurry. It's not the Knight of Swords or the 8 of Wands. It's like, I'm taking my time step by step. I'm moving toward what I want. You see what I'm saying? So they're letting go of this resistance, hopefully at a pace where we're progressing beyond the 7 of Swords and moving towards this, like, we both want this kind of energy. And with the Sun on the bottom of the deck, there is a lot of, you know, happiness, and there is a lot of clarity, I feel like, that's coming through this sort of process. You know, keep in mind, this is a general reading, so you can put yourself where you belong. You know, if you feel like they're the one that's kind of resisting or would get freaked out by any kind of like strong, sudden movement forward, then, you know, put yourself where you belong. Yeah, okay. See, there's a lot of mental body energy here. It can be on both sides, but you've got the Magician, which is a card of Gemini, right? And then you've got the King of Swords and the 8 of Swords here. So there's definitely a lot of thinking happening here. And then you've got the Hangman on the bottom of the deck, which is more in line with the energy that we got with our oracle cards, of just sort of, you know, this is pulling myself up out of the mental game and not feeling like I need to think through the entire process and figure everything out and know everything and be able to see the entire picture and be able to, like, logically analyze this and make it make sense. This is like, you know, sometimes when I don't think, the answers just come to me, sort of energy, right, with the Hangman. And sometimes when I pull myself out of this thinking mind, I see things more clearly, and my perspective of what is actually happening changes, right? And so this may actually, the Hangman may play into this long distance card with the ship. Someone may be traveling, like when you're in it, when you're kind of like engaging with someone on a normal basis, you know, the swords can also be like talk, or like, you know, we're communicating here. It may sort of be going around and around, and it may just sort of be like, okay, we get to this point where it feels like there's going to be progress made, or where we're really going to say what we want to say, but then we don't, kind of energy. It's like we keep swerving on a conversation, or we keep finding ourselves coming back to the same place we were, or sort of avoiding the big talk or the big, you know, with the King of Swords, this is like where I say everything, like where I lay it all out on the table, you know. And with the 8 of Swords, it's kind of saying like we keep sort of avoiding that. We keep going over the same old territory. What is that? It's a Pink Floyd song. Wish You Were Here. 2 fish swimming in a fishbowl year after year. Anyway, I don't know. That just came to me. But anyway, and so this energy of not having access, not you know, either intentionally pulling ourselves out of our thinking mind and just sort of letting the answers come to us and sort of surrendering ourselves to the process and allowing ourselves to see it from a different perspective, not needing to make it make sense so much. May be very, very helpful. It may be very empowering. It may help someone to like step into their full power so that they can kind of see, hey, everything is in place with this relationship. It has everything it needs to be successful. I have everything I need to be successful in this relationship. I can take charge. I can take this from where it has been to a new place I can alchemize it, right? I can take nothing and turn it into something, if this is the case of a secret admirer going to a relationship, or I can take something, what already exists, and I can elevate it to the place where I will hope it will be. I have that power. I have all the tools to make that happen. And it may be that someone is clearly seeing that now and they weren't seeing that before. Yeah, someone is making a big time decision here. Wow. 4 of Cups with the Wheel of Fortune. So there's an energy of disappointment, or there's an energy of something isn't reaching its potential here with the 4 of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. It's like something is going, we're going to have to close out this cycle. We're going to have to start a new one so that this doesn't slip away, so that this opportunity doesn't slip away from us. It's like I'm getting bored or discontent, or I'm not happy with where things are going because I keep telling myself the same story about it. Like, I can't make this move because if I do, I'm going to scare Pisces away, or, you know, whatever the case may be. So it's like, I've got to close out this cycle. The other aspect of this Wheel of Fortune that's so powerful here is that energy of surrender to the universe. If it's meant to be, it will be. And so I can't scare away something completely that is meant for me. You know, it's a cycle. It will come back around. I'll get another opportunity. Like, but I run the risk by not taking any action, or not taking the action that feels most in alignment with me and what I want and what I'm trying to do. I run the risk of losing it, of kind of, the 4 of Cups is like dissatisfaction, of becoming dissatisfied by something that is truly has a lot of potential and is actually quite beautiful. So there's a major decision being made here. You've got Justice on the bottom of the deck, and you've got the Lovers card, which is a choice. Wow, yeah. So the King of Wands is the one making a decision here. Holy shit, look at this, you guys. Sorry. You have Justice, the King of Wands, the Star card, and then Judgment with the World. Yeah, there's definitely a cycle closing out in this relationship. Somebody is deciding, I'm going to go, this is my wish fulfillment, and I'm definitely going for it. I've made my decision for sure. To take this from where it is, where it runs the risk of not reaching its true potential, to making the decision to know, to trust that I have the tools that I need, and that this relationship has the tools that it needs, and that the connection, it has the strength that it needs to be transformed. It's a deep soul connection, and this person is just flat out recognizing it. Damn, I mean, guys, wow. So you have the 3 of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, and the 6 of Wands here. You know, when we don't go for what we want sometimes in life, it is a suffering of its own self. God, I just literally read something that is just like this on Threads. I think it was last night, and it was something about the surefire way not to get your dream is to leave it be a dream, you know, is to not take action on it, is to not call it into reality, is to not make it happen for yourself. And this is what I feel is happening here. With this 3 of Swords, it's like there is a certain kind of suffering that almost takes place when we do hold ourselves back, or when we don't really go for what we want. And oftentimes the thing that prevents us from going for what we want is our own thoughts and what we are telling ourselves. With this, Bubba, relax, Bubby. With this 3 of Swords, this is kind of, you know, it's our thoughts, and it's what we're telling ourselves about the situation. Like, I can't do it for this reason, or I can't, you know, kind of a thing. Well, all of this is changing. Wheel of Fortune, and you see that gorgeous planet of Jupiter right there on this card, which is, you know, expansion, growth, prosperity. It is like the hope that anything is possible, and that, that you can make anything real that you want. You can call it into being, right? And so it's kind of like where my thoughts were almost causing my own suffering, or what I was telling myself was causing my own suffering. I'm allowing this to change. I'm allowing this to let me be hopeful and let me see the true potential here, and let me believe that it can grow, and that, you know, it will. It is sort of that energy of everything is always working out for me, right? And then you've got the Six of Wands on the bottom of the deck, which is, you know, I'm having success now. This is where, you know, you do have success and victory after a long and difficult battle. So there is this energy of, you know, when this shift happens, there is success here, where you know, we can release the suffering. And sometimes this is even, you know, what we tell ourselves because of past heartbreak or past wounding. Oh, wow. Oh, my gosh. Death clarifies the Three of Swords. Holy moly. You know, that this is like, anything that is going to prevent me, anything that is going to hold me back, that double energy, right? Anything that is not in alignment with what I want has to go. It's got to end. And this, you know, death is a major arcana. It's something that we can't avoid. It's a transformation that is meant to happen, that's meant to take place. You know, we are not meant to carry our wounding forever. We can, and oftentimes we do, and oftentimes we see people that do. I mean, my neighbor, for example, that comes from a place of wounding, right? That hasn't been dealt with, that where, you know, he doesn't want to, you know, or he doesn't know how to, or whatever, you know, do the work to allow it to be released from him. And so as a result, he makes everyone else miserable around him. But here, this is where it ends for these two people. It's like, I am not going to let my past heartbreak, or what has happened in the past, and the things that I tell myself about what has happened in the past, dictate my present and my future. It's going to end right here, because it's not serving me. It's not allowing me to just kind of give into this process, or open up to receive the prosperity of this connection, or of this even time period in my life. And so then you have the Wheel of Fortune, clarified by the Seven of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Temperance card. And, you know, this is definitely a divinely given opportunity. When you've got Temperance with the Ace of Pentacles, you know, Temperance is that energy of like, the angels are protecting this, the angels are watching out, the angels are bringing this intentionally into your life at this time. You know, they're integrating this energy of a very balanced kind of healing situation, where you are really able to come together with another like-minded person in a way of healing instead of hurting, in a way of happiness instead of suffering. And with the Seven of Wands, this is like protection. This is like, I'll fight for this. I will protect this. I will block anything that tries to interfere with this. And it is the energy, because we are clarifying the Wheel of Fortune, of letting nature take its course, and just giving into the process, and trusting the universe, and trusting that this person has come into our life for a reason, and that this is a solid and stable opportunity that's provided to us from the universe, almost as a reward for our own healing, for our own rebalancing and recentering, and stepping into our own truth and our own authenticity. On the bottom of the deck, you have the Queen of Wands, and this is like that energy of attraction, right? Of you know, the Queen of Wands doesn't chase anybody. She attracts, you know, things come to the Queen of Wands. And when we are in this energy of having healed, and being really balanced and centered, and sitting in our authenticity, and trusting the universe, and letting the universe sort of take us in a direction, we are quite attractive. We are quite, it's that Siren energy again. It's like, irresistible, right? Because we're not clinging, we're not fighting, we're not forcing, we're not doing any of those things. We're just going with the flow of the universe and allowing ourselves to open to receive. And so we are very high vibration and very energetically attractive, really. It's 11:11 right now as I'm recording this. I just took a drink of my coffee and looked at my actual phone. It says 11:11. You have the Page of Swords, the Hermit, and the High Priestess. So you have this is a very spiritual connection. And it's like, the more I know, the more I learn, the more I discover, the more I find out, the more the realization hits me that this is a deep soul connection. This is a counterpart. This is a masculine and a feminine who are both on spiritual journeys, who are both really seekers and a very high vibrational. And we're not seeking from the material world to be validated. We are seeking our own wisdom. We are going within to find our knowledge, and we are very focused on creating the highest and best in this world for not just ourselves, but for everything around us. And so this is a really, really unique, deep kind of connection with, I would say, probably a lot of, spiritual satisfaction, a lot of satisfaction on a deep soul kind of level. Wow. So the masculine in this case has definitely thought about, I think they've spent a lot of time by themselves, honestly, thinking about what it is they really want and what it is this really is and what it is, how this fits into their life. There's, with the Hermit, this is someone who's not just like that King of Wands of I want it, I'm going for it. This is someone who's like, can I fit this into my life? Is this my wish fulfillment? Is this the thing that I want? And they're seeking the wisdom of their own highest self. The feminine is really doing the same thing. The feminine is really listening to her intuition, allowing herself to be guided by her intuition. She's not overthinking or overanalyzing at this point. She's just sort of like, how does this make me feel? Is this something that is adding to my life and making me feel better about my life? Is this a reflection of my highest and best self as well? There's some deep soul searching happening here on both sides, and kind of an energy of, you have the Nine of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. It's like both people are focusing on their own strengths as single people, right? And they're asking themselves, does this connection make me better? Does it make me stronger? And with the masculine energy, he's got the King of Swords here. So this is someone who's mastering their own thoughts, where their thoughts were telling them, if I go for this, then Pisces may swim away. If I approach this thing the way that I want to, or the way that I approach most things in life, I may end up scaring it away and losing it. Hey, Bunchy. Hey, honey. Thank you, girl. And so with the King of Swords here, mastering his thoughts, and really, it's like, you see here, how I showed you in that compassion card, she was holding that world out in front of her. You see with this king, he's got the sword out in front of him. This isn't like my thoughts are controlling me. This is, I have mastered my thoughts. I'm in control of my thoughts. I'm able to bend my thoughts to my will. And also, this is someone who has deeply thought about how they want to communicate something, how they want to say something. And with the Three of Pentacles, what they're wanting to communicate is, this is my vision. This is how I see this working out. Here's my plan. This is what I think we can do that will, support this vision. Are you in? Are you ready to collaborate with me? Do you want to build this thing together? Do you see this? Is this also attractive to you? Do you also want this? Okay. And you've got over here, there's like this feminine almost answering the call of this masculine with the Fool and the Five of Cups. And I feel like, you know, this feminine is really standing on this place of, you know, I have been a fool for lesser things. You know, I have sort of gone all in on things and regretted it, but those things were not this thing. Those things were more risky, more of a gamble, more of a crapshoot. You know, I may not have ever had someone present something so succinctly to me of, okay, you know, this is exactly what I see. This is exactly the potential that I see. This is how I think we can bring this about. You know, nothing has ever maybe been presented so strongly. And she's considering it because she has made mistakes. She has been a fool for lesser things in her past. So she has had to work very, very hard to get into this Nine of Pentacles energy where she is like, you know, I'm strong and I'm stable and I've put all these pieces together. The Nine of Pentacles takes a long time to get to. It's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of effort. It's a lot of putting it in day after day, the work, the effort, the energy, learning to master your thoughts, learning to let go of your past regrets, learning to, you know, get to this place where you're at peace with yourself and your own life. And so it's like you don't just want to readily give it up. But this feminine is looking at this offer that this masculine seems to be making here, and this vision and this plan, and she is free to take this leap of faith. And I think she's free of even the fear of repeating the past, because I feel like she's seeing the difference in what this masculine is offering her, and she's ready to take that leap of faith. Oh my gosh. So we're getting the Knight of Wands in reverse, the Ten of Cups upright, and the Ten of Swords on the bottom of the deck. Wow, with the Three of Coins underneath the Ten of Swords. There's a very strong theme here, and it may be for both people, of, you know, having closed out cycles that were very, very difficult, that may have stretched on longer than they needed to, or may have even been harder or more difficult to get through or to complete than they needed to be. But we have sort of learned our lesson from really allowing something to drain us or to control us. I just keep getting this energy of everything is out in front of us, you know. It's not attacking us, it's not hurting us, it's not causing our suffering, it's not killing us over here, you know what I mean? And you know, because the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands have really shown up in this reading kind of strong, with this Knight of Wands in reverse, it's sort of like when you go for something for the sole purpose of you desire it or you feel passionate about it, sometimes it's a real fast burn, and it just sort of, it's like real hot and fiery and heavy, but then it like burns out. And it's like, how do I even want to say this? I heard someone who, I can't remember exactly who it was. It was either like a dating coach or a psychologist or something. And they said, you know, 90% of the relationships that end in divorce were relationships that were based on, I'm attracted to you and I'm trying to make this work because I've never been so attracted to someone. And it's not like, it's physical attraction, right? When we base a relationship on physical attraction, you know, we can sometimes make that work. We can sometimes really seek to find the good in it so much that, you know, it can have some type of longevity. It doesn't necessarily burn out in one day or one night or 1 month or 2 months or whatever. Sometimes we can actually, you know, base a marriage on it, or, you know, really try so hard to make it work that you know, that we do make big commitments to it. Because physical attraction, you know, that's definitely part of the human condition, right? But there's something here where it's like, I've done that. I've been there, I've done that. And maybe it was physical attraction that brought these two people together to begin with. Like, usually that is the case. But because it's like I've held back, or I haven't acted on it, or I haven't just sort of allowed myself to pursue it or respond to it in the same way that I have in the past, there's this energy of emotional fulfillment that's actually becoming more important, that's actually sort of taking over the connection, that's actually, this, while I may have come toward it in this energy of like, man, I think you're hot or whatever, that I'm that is like nothing compared to how I feel now. And with the 10 of Swords on the bottom of the deck, with the 3 of Pentacles underneath it, it's kind of like, instead of getting myself involved in a situation that I'm probably going to have to recover from, that is probably going to affect me, drain me, deplete me, keep me in my head, take my focus away from other things that I'm also passionate about, kind of have its way with me. Because there's this plan, this underlying plan of this vision, this plan, this desire to collaborate, and that's the basis of what we're doing here, rather than I think you're hot, you think I'm hot, let's try to make this work. There is this potential to have something I've never had. There is this potential to have actually what it is I've always wanted, this 10 of Cups, this emotional contentment with another person kind of energy. God, yeah, I've learned so many lessons here. Wow. Yeah, with the Knight of Wands in reverse, it's being clarified by the 7 of Cups and the Hermit. We can find we can find physical attraction with a lot of people. You can go to the mall on a Saturday and see people that you're attracted to, 10 times. I don't know. I'm just making that up, but you know what I'm saying? It's like, you can go into a crowded place and be like, wow, they're attractive. Oh, wow, they're attractive. Or they caught my eye, or they caught my eye. You know what I'm saying? And so there are many, many, many options there, and you'll never run out of options. And sort of staying in that zone of just only allowing yourself to see the physical beauty in other people, or to base your relationship on the physical beauty of another person. There's sort of this kind of fantasy element that exists there, which is like, I saw them walking by and I was super attracted to them, and then like we ended up getting married and having kids, and it worked out and it was amazing. There's something much more grounded about what's happening here. It's like you may have met through some mutual friends, you may have started off as friends. There's something deeply grounded and centered here that hasn't been a part of past stories, and it is not at all based on fantasy. It is not at all based on this energy of like, well, I could really see it, or I could hope it. It's like, no, we have a solid vision, we have a solid plan, and we're agreeing to collaborate to bring that into being. That's a very different thing. Those are different things. It's like, you have your idea of who I am, and I have my idea of who you are, and we're projecting those ideas onto each other, and this is going to crash and burn at some point. That's a relationship based on physical attraction, right? And the fantasy that exists that that person could actually be the person that you hope they are, or that you want them to be, right? But this isn't that. This is, I have actually spent time really developing myself and really searching my soul for what it is I truly want and need in this life. And what I'm seeing in front of me is that wish fulfillment, right? Is that one star, that one person, that one empress, that only one that can fulfill that fantasy, or not even that fantasy, but that desire for shared emotional intimacy and contentment with another person. It's like, I can't see myself having that with anyone but you. I may be able to be physically attracted to lots of people, but I can't see myself having the 10 of Cups with anyone but you. You are my person, Empress. And the Five of Swords is on the bottom of the deck. I just have to keep my thoughts at bay. You know, anything that isn't in alignment with that, anything that fights against that, anything that doesn't, you know, that takes away from that energy that is, you know, building, or even this could be a realization that's happening, starting off with the Sun so many times. The clarity that is occurring to someone here. That really just leaves them in the space of, yeah, this is, I can't have this with anyone but you. All right, so if you're dealing with a water sign, you are getting, you, my beloved, are like a ray of golden sunshine. I breathe in your love and all my concerns melt away, and all that is left is pure joy. Thank you, my beloved soulmate. Okay, if you're dealing with a fire sign, you're getting, try to look at things more from a feeling level. What is your heart saying? If you look at life purely through logic, you will always get to a point where it seems to make no sense. True wisdom and understanding reside in the heart. That hangman energy from the beginning of this reading. If you're dealing with an earth sign, you are who you are because of your history. All of it has helped you grow in love and wisdom. Every experience has blessed you in some way. Embrace the past and forgive anything that needs forgiving. We definitely saw that at the beginning of this reading, right? If you're dealing with an air sign, every experience, regardless of whether you perceive it as good or bad, comes with a gift attached. Yet sometimes the gift is only revealed with the passing of time. Trust, all is as it should be. All right, guys, this is what I have for you today. I really hope this reading helps. I really hope it brought you some peace and clarity. If it did, let me know. Like, share, subscribe, comment. I love to hear from you all. Man, oh man, oh man, Pisces, I think 2025 is going to be a good look on you. All right, man, I'm sending you off with all my very best. Always, always, always. Until next time, guys. Bye-bye.